Hans Hüttig was born on April 5, 1894, in Dresden, in the German Empire. The son of a carpenter, Hüttig's father would eventually open a shop selling photographic equipment, and this became the family trade, with his brother a founder of Zeiss Icon. He was sent to a boarding school in South Germany. He attempted to enter the army in 1911, but failed the exam and returned home to work as a salesman in his father's shop. Early in 1914, he left the shop to take a post with an import-export company in German East Africa. Following the outbreak of the First World War, he enlisted in the German Imperial Army, seeing action in the East African campaign, and eventually rising to the rank of Feldwebel. Wounded in December 1917, the military hospital where he was being treated was captured by the British Army. He was then sent to a POW camp in Cairo, where he was held until 1919. Hüttig returned to Germany in March 1920, working initially at the shop again before taking on a number of clerical jobs. Hüttig joined the right-wing Der Stahlhelm in 1925, although he claimed that this was largely to feel a sense of belonging, rather than because of any deep political convictions. After running his own photography shop, which closed in 1930, he enlisted in the SS in March 1932, aged 37 as an unpaid volunteer, and he joined the Nazi Party soon afterwards. Following the Nazis' seizure of national power in 1933, Hüttig was offered and accepted a full-time billet with the SS as part of the SS Totenkopfverbände. For the next 6 years, Hüttig spent his time rotating through the concentration camps and being trained for a career in them. His first assignment came when he was appointed deputy to Karl Otto Koch, commandant of Buchenwald concentration camp and already known to Hüttig from Dresden. At Buchenwald, Hüttig was praised by his superiors for his attitude, whilst inmates would later testify to his personal cruelty. After his time at Buchenwald, Hüttig saw service at Sachsenhausen concentration camp and Flossenburg concentration camp, and in both gained a reputation as a troubleshooter who was suitable for special tasks. Thus, he was called upon to oversee the construction of a new facility at Nutzweiler Struthof in Alsace. Following this, he spent time in occupied Norway, overseeing the construction of both concentration camps and prisons. Whilst there, he commanded the security at Grini concentration camp outside Oslo. This assignment ended in February 1944, with his transfer to Herzogenbusch concentration camp in the Netherlands as commandant, following the removal of Adam Grunewald for his part in the bunker tragedy that took place in January 1944 and had caused uproar in the local area. Hüttig oversaw the closure of Herzogenbusch by October 1944, before returning to Germany to serve out the war working in a police station. After the war, Hüttig was held in Allied internment on suspicion of war crimes. However, he was not put on trial until June 1954. Hüttig was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison in solitary confinement on the 7th of July 1954 by a French military court in Metz. In 1956, he was released from prison and led a discreet life until his death on February 23, 1980, in Wachenheim, in West Germany. He was 85 years old. He was also so one of only a handful of camp commanders interviewed by Israeli historian Tom Segev for his book on the commandant's soldiers of evil. During the course of the interview, he had confessed to Tom Segev, "I knew very well what I was going to do in the SS.